these anti-corruption agencies with various mandates, by the way? What would be the way to go for you if we get to that point, or now that we've gotten to the point where we're talking about mergers?
Well, the way to go is to legislate, and I am an advocate that actually we should merge the institutions, the ICPC and the EFCC. If you look at both acts, you see a lot of, cross-purposes situation, and in some cases, people are handcuffed from doing one or two things. Let us have a solid institution that will fight crime in its entirety, albeit within the institution we can now have the units or the divisions that will specialize in focusing in some areas. That will be the right way to go. It's easier to manage, it's more cost effective, it's more efficient, usage of information is better, and it will ensure collaboration rather than competition, because these institutions should work together and synergize rather than to compete. But the way it is, it's not their fault. Everybody wants to deliver, and at the end of the day, they will be competing rather than collaborating. But then also importantly, which is not just an issue of EFCC. I have said it in this station before when we're talking about, reforms in the police and all that. They are also a subset of the society. There's also the need, and I'm very happy Mr. Olukoyede has actually agreed with this line of thinking, which is true, that there are bad eggs in this institution, whether it is the Nigerian police or it is the EFCC. Flushing out those bad eggs beyond the rhetoric is very important, because, like they say, one bad apple spoils the whole lot. I know that we have a corruption issue that cuts across civil service, public service, private sector. But then for you to be able to achieve, we cannot throw our hands hopelessly and say it's a hopeless situation, but to try as much as possible to weed out as much as we can those, because otherwise they will be sabotaging the efforts of institutions like EFCC. I'm happy the EFCC chair mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, and again, Mr. Olukoyede, we need to see action with that regard, set examples, and people will fall in line, and other people from other institutions will, follow suit. But I agree that there should be a merger of these institutions for better performance, and importantly, round pegs in round holes, performance management, to ensure people are delivering. If we do that, and we have the right performance measures, one of the critical performance measures for EFCC is not how many people they have convicted, how many cases they have in court, and taxpayers' monies are being wasted away on lawyers on end in the judicial system. I'm going to talk about the judiciary. But importantly also, how many financial crimes have they been able to stop or to prevent should have even heavier weights than the convictions they are trying to secure, which sometimes even will go across an administration. You see them prosecuting a case which is not their fault, but over 4 years they are prosecuting a case. So prevention should be a very critical heavyweight in trying to determine the performance of these organizations so that they will be more result-oriented.
All right, Baba Yusuf, thank you very much for speaking with us on TVC Breakfast. Mr. Yusuf is a strategist, policy analyst, and group CEO, Global Investment and Trade Company. Many thanks again, Baba Yusuf, for your time with us on TVC Breakfast.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.